Today on Come and Get It, it's part 2 of my pasta series. This is shrimp ravioli with vodka sauce. We'll start our filling off with these ingredients. In a saute pan over medium-low heat, we're going to melt down 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Once melted, we're going to add a heaping tablespoon of minced shallots, a tablespoon of minced garlic, and we'll let this sweat for a minute or two before adding 8 ounces of clean, peeled and deveined shrimp. All right, we'll put that right in the pan, get it stirred up a little bit. And now we'll add the juice of 1/2 of an extra large lemon. All right, put that right on top of our shrimp and then we'll season it up. We have some Old Bay seasoning. We'll go with about a teaspoon of Old Bay, and then we'll do about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then continue to stir this up till it's pink and translucent. Do not overcook it. Once it's done, using a spatula, scrape everything into a bowl. You want all of the drippings out of that pan. All right, set this aside while we make our filling. We'll start off with 1 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. I like doing it on this parchment paper because it's easy to transfer into my bowl without making a mess. All right, now we're going to use 8 ounces of whole milk mozzarella. You get this grated up. Now this is probably a little harder to grate, but this is what it looks like when you're done. Again, transfer it with the paper right into your bowl. Now we're going to put an entire container of ricotta cheese. I like a whole milk ricotta. And then we will get that in and start to incorporate these 2 cheeses together before we come back in and add our grated Parmesan. All right, once everybody's in there, we're going to season this up a little salt, about 1/2 teaspoon, and then some garlic powder, again, about 1/2 teaspoon. And we'll put that all in there, and now it should look like this, nice and thick and chunky. We're going to pull our shrimp off to cut on the cutting board. Remember I said scrape everything out of that pan? We're going to put all of those drippings into the filling. This is going to add a lot of flavor. It's going to definitely make it better for sure. All right, once those are in, we'll mix it up a little bit, and then we're just going to do a rough chop on this shrimp, like 4 pieces out of 1. We want them to be nice and big chunks like this. We'll add that in, we'll stir this up, give it a good mix. Once we have all of the shrimp and the cheese mixture together, we're going to put some lemon zest in here. And then about a teaspoon of lemon zest. All right, and then we're going to transfer this to a smaller bowl to put in the refrigerator while we make our pasta. Now watch part 1 of this video series. It's my how to make pasta video, because you'll learn how to make a beautiful ribbon of pasta just like this. All right, once we have the pasta rolled out, we're going to cut it in a strip so that we can make our ravioli. I like to generously stuff these raviolis and put a heaping tablespoon of filling on each one. Now, once you have about 4 of these across, we'll take another ribbon of pasta and cut it to match the length. Once we have that done, we're going to press it down with our fingers around the edges of the filling before we go in with our pasta stamp. All right, so we have a ravioli stamp there. And once we have the pasta nice and tight, we'll go ahead and press these out. You want to press really hard and give it a little turn, and that'll release the pasta. All right, once we have all of these cut, we're just going to put them on a sheet tray with some parchment paper, and they should look like this. All right, we're going to boil off some water with a little salt. I also have an ice bath here so that when we take these out after about 2 to 2.5 minutes, we'll test them to see if they are ready. And once they're ready, we'll put them in the ice bath to stop the cooking. This is an important process for sure. You don't want your pasta to be overcooked. All right, once they've cooled down, we'll take them out. We'll set them on a sheet tray with some parchment paper. All right, save the pasta water. We'll need it for our sauce. Medium-low heat, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We're going in with 1 tablespoon of finely minced shallot and 1/2 tablespoon of garlic. Then we're going to fry some tomato paste in this oil, about a tablespoon. Mix it up and let it fry for a minute or so before adding 3 tablespoons of vodka that we'll let evaporate before we add our sauce tomate. First, a little pinch of red pepper to give it a little heat. The sauce tomate is video number 1 of the sauce series, and you can learn how to make it. It's a mother sauce, a base sauce. We'll get a little bit of pasta water in there to thin this out and make it nice and smooth. And then we're gonna go in with about a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. Let this mix up before we start adding in our raviolis. We'll let the raviolis heat up inside this sauce. Again, medium-low heat. We'll keep stirring it up. It should look like this. Let's put it on a plate. A little bit of fresh Parmesan cheese. Come and get it.